Well, I don't know about my dad, but it's given me an ego boost at least.
Ew! What is going on? You two are so creepy. Why are you always so gross? I don't get it. Why does Jordan Peterson post like weird lobster bikini pictures of her? And then he's just like, oh, my daughter is looking pretty good today.
For the day. Chris Pine as my dad. Beautiful.
Incel God Jordan Peterson. I'm kind of curious about that.
So, this is good. The villainous cult leader in Olivia Wilde's new movie, Don't Worry, Darling, has been based off of my dad because apparently he's king of the incels.
Oh, nice. That's what this is all about?
Rolling Stone. Olivia Wilde, Chris Pine's Don't Worry, Darling character inspired by incel hero Jordan Peterson.
Oh, I was wondering what all the controversy was about. Okay, hold up.
We're all here because we believe in the mission.
What are we doing?
Changing the world.
What are we doing?
Changing the world.
Hey, I got a lot of problems already. If this is actually based on Jordan Peterson, he would not be that slick. You don't get like fucking Chris Pine to play Jordan Peterson, okay? You need someone who's gonna bring it, and you need someone who's gonna sound like him too. It's gonna be, oh, what are we doing? Change the world, change the world. Fuck you.
It's okay. I'm curious to hear where she's going with this.
Also, there would not be a single woman at the seminars. We've seen the seminars. You can see the entire, like it's come on, it's just thousands of dudes.
And I don't want to be here anymore.
I don't get any Jordan Peterson vibes from this. Is this true? Is this based on anything?
Peterson. In the film, Pine plays Frank, the founder of the mysterious Victory Project, which is behind the seemingly idyllic 1950s town where the main characters Jack, played by Harry Styles, and Alice live. Wilde explained that Frank was partly based on this insane man, Jordan Peterson, who is this pseudo-intellectual hero.
It's true, Olivia said it. Well, I got good news. Jordan Peterson loves this. Jordan Peterson, please. Attractive Chris Pine is playing a character based on him. Yes, would smash. Definitely. It's good.
To the incel community. Well, Olivia Wilde is where I go to get my intellectual recommendations. Let me see. What's her background? She went to acting school. Okay.
Wait, are you trying to fucking shit on Olivia Wilde? I guess, yeah. I mean, it makes sense. What else could you shit on? The trailer?
Okay, now, no hate for acting school. I actually don't have a university degree. I did 2 years of classics and psychology and 2 years of biomedical science. And then I dropped out to start making money. So
by selling people the meat diet, being like, hey, I'm going to use my area of expertise, my own experience to be like, you should stop eating everything, like everything except for raw meat and salt. Don't worry about the shits. They will be complex.
No hate there, but she probably should have actually watched my dad before basing one of her characters off of it, rather than getting all her information from sound bites, probably from BuzzFeed. Why
would you say that? You haven't, neither of us have seen it. I mean, I guess I did have a critique as well. I thought it actually wasn't like your father. I didn't think it was, I thought it was more flattering to Jordan Peterson than it was negative in any way. Just by virtue of the fact that it's Chris Pine first off, and it's just, even if Chris Pine is like, it's still going to be Chris Pine doing that, you know, rather than like, you know.
This guy, Jordan Peterson, is someone that legitimizes certain aspects of their movement because he's a former professor, he's an author, he wears a suit, she knows some things about my dad.
Actually, this is a good angle, because I've always said this about Jordan Peterson. The most fucked up thing about him is that people consider him an expert in everything, and he should not be considered an expert of anything other than his one field, right? But like, if you get people like Sam Harris is a good example of this, James Lindsay is a good example of this, like he's a mathematician, he should not be talking to you about critical race theory. Sam Harris, he's a neurosurgeon, he should not be talking to you about why black people have lower IQs. It doesn't make sense. These are not their areas of expertise, and they've clearly misunderstood these topics.
And then Rolling Stone says, let's just hope this doesn't give the guy an inadvertent ego boost.
Too late.
Unfortunately, it probably will. Well, I don't know about my dad, but it's given me an ego boost at least.
Ew! What is going on? You two are so creepy. Why are you always so gross? I don't get it. Why does Jordan Peterson post like weird lobster bikini pictures of her, and then he's just like, "Oh, my daughter is looking pretty good today."
For the day. Chris Pine as my dad. Beautiful. So if you search this movie, apparently Shia LaBeouf was fired from it.
People make a lot of jokes about their relationship being weird. Like, he did a full podcast where he was like, you know what? Oh, sorry. You know what? It would be appropriate for me to go on to my daughter's podcast and to speak to her in great detail about whether or not I would or would not smash the Sports Illustrated model. And I would not. I said, fuck you, no. I won't do what you tell me.
Apparently, the female actress Florence Pugh has not been promoting it because she's uncomfortable for some reason. And apparently, Olivia is not very nice to work with. Here's a photo of her in a mask. The future is female ejaculation.
That is so based. And she's probably not based. I don't know a lot about her, but the fact that she did this and it's pissing off Mikhaila Peterson because it's just like a wild thing to say. Yeah, okay, fine.
Okay. Anyway, you guys can think whatever you think.
Shia LaBeouf being fired. You don't say, yeah, apparently he's a very hard person to work with and is also like a super heavy, aggressive domestic abuser and massive piece of shit. So, yeah.
Apparently there are a bunch of, oh my gosh, her Instagram. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, nobody is taking this chick seriously.
Are you serious? You're getting pissed off at someone who posted a thing that says, did you pass the clit test? Have you taken the clit test? That's too much for you. Meanwhile, 2 seconds ago, you're like, I am very pleased because Chris Pine playing my daddy. Oh yeah, that's going to be a good movie. Yeah.
I'm going back to the mainstream news articles that also people probably aren't taking seriously. The Independent. Don't worry, darling. Olivia Wilde says Chris Pine's terrifying character is based on insane Jordan Peterson. She further explained that incels as a community of disenfranchised, mostly white men who believe they are entitled to sex from women. My dad is not pro-incel. I believe there was a clip from Joe Rogan. I'm actually going to pull it up.
So you're a young man, and all the women are rejecting
Oh, wait, is this the one where they talk about sex workers?
you. Who's got the problem? It's not all the
He dated Tate? Yeah, she dated Andrew Tate.
women. That's a bad road to go down. If all the women are rejecting you,
Oh my gosh.
it's you.
It's Dad. Hello?
Hello, rat girl.
Hey.
This is edited. this wasn't. This isn't live. I mean, it may have been live at one point, but now it's edited. Hello, rat girl. Oh, I love our terms of affection for each other, my little rat, as you mow on your meat.
Hey, can I FaceTime you for a second?
Yep.
Hey, okay, so I've got hilarious news. I don't know if you've heard about it already.
I heard nothing. I'd be on the airplane.
This is exciting, Dad. Do you want to hear it? It's almost as good as Red Skull.
Uh-oh.
So apparently you have been written in as the villain to Olivia Wilde's new movie. Because, it gets better, because you're king of the incels.
Oh, really?
So Rolling Stone wrote about it. Olivia Wilde, Chris Pine's Don't Worry, Darling character.
Wait, what is going on here? What is going on here? Did he put this? Is this a fake mustache that he put on for this call? Is this part of their dynamic? Is this his actual facial hair? What is it? This looks like a Dali. It's like twisted up. I'm so confused. It's just too much stuff is happening. It's coming in fast and furious. He waxes? Ah, okay.
Inspired by incel hero Jordan Peterson.
Wow.
How many?
Oh no, it looks real.
How many scientific papers have you written? Published? How many have you published? Yeah?
Oh, I am
I don't know if I need to Google that one because I don't know if he's in 99.9999999% of citations. Citation needed, yeah.
For credible scientists, the citation count. Here's another little fact. Every 3 papers is equivalent to a PhD. So
Hey, apparently it's real. Well, this is a Median article. I can't use that. Peterson has authored and co-authored more than 100 academic papers and was cited almost 8,000 times as of mid-2017 and more than 18,000 times as of 2022.
since we have 33 PhDs.
So pseudo-intellectual isn't how you would be described. Okay, so I'm
Oh, no, you're confused. See, there are different fields. Like, psychology is not the only branch, so there's other fields. Like, he probably is not a pseudo-intellectual, even though, I mean, someone who probably knows way more about this than me could interject here and say whether or not someone who's obsessed with, Carl Jung is actually supposed to be some kind of expert in the field, but not my field of expertise. He's way more educated than I ever will be in that one category. However, there are others. And so he is kind of a pseudo-intellectual in a variety of other categories and fields and disciplines. And also, he lies about what discipline he's actually in charge of. He said that he's actually an evolutionary biologist, which he's not. So I don't know why you would say that, just because it's just a weird thing to say in an interview, especially if you're talking to someone, just to be like, hey, by the way, I am an expert in a completely separate field. And I'm going to lie about this right now to you when I have very easily to Google credentials. So yes, I would say that applies broadly to every other category that he speaks about. But in psychology, hopefully, I mean, ideally, he's considered a very prominent intellectual.
convinced that Olivia Wilde is secretly a Jordan Peterson fan. Otherwise, I don't know why you would cast such a terrifying character as Chris Pine. So thank you for that. That's really funny. Anyway, this is
pining
just
for Pine
another
again.
weird thing that happens in the life of the Petersons, I suppose. But I'm definitely going to be watching this video. I probably wouldn't have heard of it. So thank you.
Yeah, well, that was weird as fuck. Just when I think that family can't get any weirder, they go and do a whole bunch of shit like that. Do you enjoy the Serfs but prefer not to have to use your eyeballs? Many are saying this. Well, we've got the solution for you. It's the Serf Times in podcast form. Available on most major podcasting networks now. If you enjoy it, please consider leaving a good review and feedback because it really helps the show out, apparently, and it's free, just like the podcast.
To our gods, Xander Corvus and Peyton L. Juste, we shall spend many a generations building mighty cathedrals in your honor. To our monarch, Tom Spiker, we are but your oafish jesters, here to offer you a laugh at any opportunity. To our brave knights of the Round Table, Rachel K., Izzy Solidarity, Victoria Bell, Sebastian Demmel, Mark Harmon, Benji Arney, Scary Earth Human, Tony, DM Rivera, Resident Scarecrow, Sir Nickus, Cheryl Alvarez, Ruby Kelly, Brandon, Words Greenwood, Everything Important, Hegbert Celine, Matthew Scarborough, Stellar Vision, Ariane McCarthy, Doug Cady, Daniel Sutton, Jenna Tao, Dark Puppy, Quiet One 85, Anna Loves Riley, Omni, Riley and Anna, Poodlehawk, Multimondi, Trevbot EXE, Brian Ephraim, Anthropophojack, Catherine, Ramon Acosta, Incosin, Ralph Parler, Violent Orchard, Political Puppy, La Media Panza, Todd Buckingham, and Todd La Jeunesse. We salute our valiant heroes off to fight injustice everywhere.